Are you one of those people who have applied everywhere but still can't land a job? Or are you tired of less skilled people getting hired at positions you'd excel at? What if I told you that employers don't want you because your resume isn't attractive? How can you fix this problem in just a few minutes? Watch this video to find out. So you've applied to 1,000 jobs and the best response you got from them was a corporate way of saying no. How can we fix that? Well, we could pay a professional CV writer to fix our resume, but that's going to cost us a lot. Instead, we could use an online tool to make a resume for us. The best part? It's completely free. What this tool does is that it takes you step by step through the resume building process. And the cool feature about this tool is that it makes your resume more appealing with the help of an AI. When we first go to their website, we can see that they offer quite a few benefits that you can read through if you want. But we are here to build a professional resume, so the only thing relevant to us is in the toolbar at the top. If we want to check out some of their templates, some examples of highly curated resumes, or even create cover letters for a job, we can access them through the relevant options at the top. But if we want to build a resume, the first step that we are going to do is to log into the website so we can get to the cool part. So simply click on the My Account button, sign up with your email, and you'll land on the dashboard, where it will first give you a short tour of the features. Since we are here to build a CV for now, let's just head over to the Documents tab and click on My Resumes. Next, we click on the New Resume button so we can get started with the process. Here, we can choose from 4 options for the route we want. We'll check out how their AI performs, but for now, we'll create one from scratch. So, click on Create New Resume. Okay, so there's a lot to digest on the screen, so let's break it down. The left side of the screen is where we'll be building our resume, and the right side will give you a live preview of your resume. At the top, the first option is to rename the document. So let's change it to something like My CV. Next, we have a loading bar of sorts, which gives us a resume score. Since we haven't entered anything yet, it gives it a 0. And if we click on the Improve Resume button, it gives a drop-down menu that shows us how we can improve it. Moving on, we have text boxes where we will add our details like job, name, email, contact information, address, and we can even add a picture. Say that I am a dentist, so I'll be looking for a job as a dental surgeon. So that's what we'll put in the job title. Next, we will add our personal details and upload a professional picture. I got this one from the internet as an example, but you should use your own. If you want to add more details, you can click on the button below, but usually those are optional, and you should use them if your job requires that information. Next, we have to write a professional summary. This is what will set us apart from the rest of the applicants, and we need it to be eye-catching, professional, and curated for the job we are applying for. Now, we could write it all on our own, but suppose that we don't have the skills or the creativity to do so. Now, we can use the help of their AI to write it for us. For this, click on the Get Help with Writing button. Since we haven't added any experience yet, the AI can't write a customized summary. The other option is to click on the Add Pre-Written Phrases and see if we like any. Here, we can see that it has given us quite a few options. Now, if we like one of them as a whole, we can click on the arrow on the left, and it will paste the complete paragraph. But if we just want a specific sentence to be added, we're going to hover our cursor on it, and then click on the sentence once it's blue. If we still need to make some changes to it, then we can edit it out with the text editor that they provide. Just make sure to click on this button at the end, which will do a quick spell check so you can get rid of mistakes. Next, we will add some work experience by clicking on the Add Employment button. Here, we can see quite a few text boxes that make it easier to add any job that we've done so far. So, in the job title, we are going to write dental surgeon once again. Suppose that we worked at the New York hospital from January 2022 to January 2025. With this information, we are going to fill out the form. Now, in the job description, we usually have to summarize what we did on the job. We could write it on our own, or once again, we can use the AI like we did for the professional summary. This time, however, the responses are short, and you have to add all the relevant ones. As you can see, we've added quite a few descriptions in just a few seconds. If we still want to add more, we can just type that in. One question that a lot of people ask is, do I have to add every job that I've done in my life? The answer is no. You just have to add the ones that are relevant to the job you're applying for. Plus, if you have a lot of experience, then only mention the jobs you had in the last 10 to 15 years. Like, if we are applying as a dental surgeon, we don't need to mention that we worked as a cashier through our medical school, since that is not relevant to a hospital setting. Next, we have to add our education. This includes the schools, universities, and apprenticeships we have completed so far. Another thing to note here is that we don't have to add every grade we attended, just the most recent ones. Think of it this way. If someone has a PhD, no employer cares which high school they attended. But if someone has just a bachelor's, then it would be relevant since it is more recent. Since we only have a bachelor's, we'll have to add high school to our resume. Lastly, we don't have to add a description here, but you still have an option if you want to. So let's just quickly add all of that information. Next, we have to add links to any websites or social accounts that we want to mention on our resume. For a good resume, you should mention a LinkedIn account, as well as an Instagram work account if you have one. After we've entered our socials, we are going to add skills. One thing to keep in mind here is that we have to choose the skills that the employer wants. We might have more skills than they require, but we have to make sure that the employer's needs are being met. Say that the new hospital we are applying to wants someone with communication skills who can diagnose and treat patients, excels at patient care, and is capable of providing comprehensive dental care. To make sure they like our resume, we are going to add these skills to our CV. If we don't see a skill that's present in the list, we are going to simply click on the Add Skill button and enter it manually. Now, you'll notice that there's an experience level bar as well. By default, it is set to Expert, but if you want to be more realistic, you can adjust the bar for each skill. Another thing to note is that the skills might not appear in the order that we like. To fix that, click on these three dots and drag it wherever you want that skill to appear. Lastly, there's no limit to the skills you can add, but you should stick to 5, only mentioning the most relevant ones. After that, we can either include a cover letter with this CV or add some more details to our resume. For now, let's skip the cover letter and add some more material. For example, if we've done some courses, we would click on Courses and fill out the form. We can also add more languages as well by clicking on the Language button. Here, we'll have to enter a language one by one and select the level of grip we have over that language. Suppose that we are native English speakers, but we can also communicate in Spanish. We are going to fill it out accordingly. Lastly, if you have any references that you would like to mention, then you can click on the References button and fill out the boxes, and it will automatically reflect on your resume. For this one, we don't have any references, so we'll skip it. At this point, you will notice that the bar at the top shows that our resume has a 100% score, but there's still more room for improvement that you do if you link the job that you are applying to. It will give you some more options to add, so your resume is specifically tailored for the job. Now, if you don't like how it looks, then don't worry. There are plenty of options to choose from. On the right side of the screen, there's an option to select from more templates. So let's go ahead and click on it. It will take us to a template section. If we click on any of them, we can see that it changes our resume into the new format in just a few seconds. As for the colors at the top, we can click on those to change the accent colors of our CV. Since I like this one the most, I'll choose this as my final template. Now, there's just one problem left: how to download this CV. If we click on the Download PDF button, it will take us to a page where the tool requires us to purchase the Pro version. But thankfully, there's a free method. Just go to Canva and then find a similar template, and you can fill it out the way Resume.io did it for you. And in just a few minutes, your CV will be ready to be downloaded for absolutely free. Coming back to cover letter generation, Resume.io has an AI that can generate a cover letter for you with just a click. To test it out, let's use this job posting from LinkedIn as an example. Now, click on the Generate button and paste the link of the job. After we click Continue, it will take a few seconds and then give us an option to generate. After we click on it again, it will take us to a new page where it has written a whole cover letter in no time that we can edit and plaster out some details. Now, all that is left is to send it to the hiring manager along with our resume and wait for the results. That's all for this video, guys. Did it help you out in any way? And if you get a job using a resume from this tool, be sure to comment down below. And make sure to subscribe to the channel for more informative videos like this one in the future.